Okay, so there is a few things that you referred to that I want to, because you know how Seller Central is, things are buried, and unless you know exactly where things are, it's a little hard to find. So, um, as far as profiling the customer, so Amazon is already doing a good job with the data and analyzing that data to put customers in different buckets, right? That's what you were referring to earlier. So if you go to in your Seller Central menu, you go to brands, and then under brands, you go to brand analytics. That kind of changes from time to time where you end up when you select brands and brand analytics. But the option that you're looking for is customer loyalty analytics,
Correct.
right?
Yep. So you're wanting to go to that customer loyalty analytics. That's the section that really is going to give you the overall customer breakdown for your brand. You can also change the actual time frame in which you're looking at. I typically, for instance, will look at a quarter to quarter view. That's going to give you a really good understanding of where your last quarter was at. When setting up the brand tailored promotions, though, I like to look at it from either a weekly or a monthly view. That way, we can get the most updated information there is on your customer segmentation.
Okay. All right. So fine. So let's first get a real good handle on this data and what you do with it. So it's like, you're driving a car, okay? You've never driven before, and now you're behind the wheel of this Ferrari, and you are on the expressway, okay? And you're doing 120 miles an hour. So, and you don't know there is a speed limit, you don't know anything. And unless somebody tells you to slow down, you knowing that you are doing 120 miles an hour is not going to mean anything, right? So, you know where I'm going with this. So, I'm looking at the customer loyalty analytics, and I'm seeing 5 buckets there: total customers, top tier customers, promising customers, at risk customers, hibernating customers. Okay, fine. What do I do with it? How do I use this data? I don't, of course, we don't even get to know who these people are. So, how do we use this? Tell me how you use this.
Yeah, the biggest thing is using it for those promotions and for those coupons, right? So looking at each one of those segmentations, you'll also see on there a comparison to the prior period at the very bottom of them. So you'll be able to see exactly for those different, primary 4 buckets, how you are doing with them. So are you increasing in your total market share? Or are you decreasing? So if you, for instance, have an increase in promising customers, that means you should be really honed in and focused on trying to capture that those people who are not yet brand buyers, right? They are promising customers. They are people that could be coming to the brand. They could be purchasing from us, but they are not yet. So getting an increase in that means that the overall brand itself is getting more awareness. And when you have more awareness, you can utilize that to obviously increase your sales nearly instantly, right? Especially with some of these different tools. Whereas if you are having an increase in, let's say, hibernating customers, that's not good. You don't want to have more customers hibernating because that means they're not on the platform. They're not purchasing from your brand like they would be. And it's, not good to have more of them. You want people purchasing from you rather than people not purchasing at all. Same thing with at risk. You want to decrease the number of at risk customers you have. The way, obviously, to do that, retarget. And that's what all of this kind of comes back to is brand analytics, this customer segmentation, and the brand tailored promotions. All of it is a retargeting platform, right? You want to be able to keep customers you have, because on Amazon's platform, it's very different, right? It's a marketplace. You have the customers are already there. You just have to uh, be the one to capture the customers, right? So when you are in Amazon, you're competing all the time for that viewership, for the eyes on your product, and for that sale from the customer. And this is just another one of those tools to make sure you can keep the eyes on you more than your competitors.